So today we're talking about Rock Financial, which is funding for small businesses. So the good thing about Rock Financial is it's a soft credit inquiry on your Experian credit profile, and that is your personal Experian credit profile. There is no minimum FICO score, and the length of time that you need to be in business is at least 6 months. So for all my new businesses out there, this is for you. Now, the time that it takes to get funded is 24 hours all the way up to 3 days. And the funding amounts that they have available are $10,000 all the way up to $5 million. Now, the minimum revenue for their products is $5,000 per month. And the types of products that they have are small business loans, business lines of credit, equipment financing, SBA loans, AR financing, which is accounts receivable, merchant cash advance, asset-based loans, franchise financing, fix and flip loans, and startup capital. Now, their term loans are $25,000 all the way up to $2 million. And those are for 6 months to 10-year terms, and you're funded in 1 to 3 days. Next is the lines of credit. The lines of credit, they start out at $10,000. They go all the way up to $1 million. And the terms are 6 months to 10-year terms, and the funding is done in 1 to 3 days. Now, as far as equipment financing, you can go from $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and the terms are 1 to 5 years. For the SBA loans, they have $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and those terms are 10 to 25 years. And with the SBA loans, the funding time is around 45 days because, as you know, those are government backed. Accounts receivable is $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and those terms are 6 months to 10 years, and those funding terms, and the funding amount is 2 to 5 days. Now, for asset-based loans, the loan amounts are $10,000 to $5 million, and that's 6 months to 10-year terms. You get funded in 1 to 3 days. For franchise financing, that's $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and the terms are 6 months to 20 years. And you can get funded in 2 to 7 days. For the cash advances, that the amount is $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and that's 6 months to 10 years. You can get funded in 1 to 3 days. So for the fix and flip loans, so that's 80% purchase funding and 100% on the rehab side. So a minimum of 1 to 3 completed projects in the previous 3 to 6 months. So that means you have to put down the 20% down payment on that. And then they also, lastly, startup funding. The loan amounts are $10,000 all the way up to $5 million. And those are for 6 months to 10-year terms. And the funding is 1 to 3 days. So if you're interested in applying, feel free to drop down in the description and get started.